Nobody's asking me how to avoid probate anymore. Instead, they're asking questions like, why can't we sell mom's house? Or why is the property tied up in probate? Or why are my brother and I fighting over the house? We thought dad took care of all of this. Those conversations are heartbreaking because so many of those problems could have been prevented with one or two conversations years earlier. One of the hardest parts of being an estate planning attorney is not helping families create an estate plan. It's meeting families after someone has already passed away. By then, it's too late. I'm attorney Yanique Otto with the Otto Law Group, and today I want to help you avoid the 7 biggest estate planning mistakes I see Florida homeowners make all the time. Because for most families, their home is their single largest asset. They spend decades paying for it. They raise their children there, they build memories there, but they spend very little time making sure it passes to the next generation the way they intended. And I want you to remember one thing throughout this entire video. Your house may be your biggest asset. Don't let it become your family's biggest legal problem later on. Let's get started. Mistake number 1, adding your child to the deed because someone told you it would avoid probate. Now, I hear this advice all the time, and while it may sound simple, it can actually create unintended legal and tax consequences depending on your situation. Every family is different. Before adding anyone to the title of your home, you need to understand exactly what you're giving away and what other planning options may look like. Mistake number 2, thinking that a quitclaim deed avoids probate. No, my friends, a quitclaim deed transfers ownership. It does not magically create an estate plan. Simply signing a quitclaim deed doesn't mean your family will avoid probate, and it doesn't mean it's going to accomplish your overall planning goal. The deed is just one piece of the puzzle. Mistake number 3, never reviewing how your home is titled. Many people bought their home 20 or 30 years ago, and since then, life changed. They may have gotten married, had children, started businesses, inherited other property, but the title to the home has never been reviewed. Sometimes a simple change in ownership structure can make a significant difference in how that property passes after death. Mistake number 4, believing that your will controls your house. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. The answer depends on how your property is owned. Do you have joint ownership with right of survivorship? Do you have a tenancy in common? Is it in a trust, a ladybird deed? Are there beneficiary arrangements? All of these can affect what happens to your home. And that's why it's so important to look at your estate plan as one coordinated strategy instead of a collection of separate documents. Mistake number 5, ignoring Florida homestead rules. Florida has some very unique homestead protections. These protections can be incredibly valuable, but they can also create unexpected results if you don't understand how they work. Never assume that your home can be transferred however you choose without first understanding Florida's homestead laws. Mistake number 6, assuming a ladybird deed is right for everyone. I love ladybird deeds. I do them all the time for my clients. I recommend them very often. But I also tell people they aren't the answer for every family situation. Remember, a ladybird deed solves one problem. A trust can solve many. The right planning tool depends entirely on your family's goals. Mistake number 7, waiting until it's too late. I have never, not once in my career, had a family sit across from me and say, we planned too early or we planned too much. This is just too much planning for me. It never happens. But I've met many families who've wished that their mom or dad had planned a little more or a little earlier. That's the difference between creating an estate plan and trying to fix the consequences of not having one. And I also want to leave you with one final thought here. One of the biggest misconceptions about probate is that probate creates family conflict. In my experience, probate usually doesn't create family problems. It reveals the planning problems that were already there. Good planning doesn't just protect your house, it protects your family from confusion, delays, expense, and conflict. Because your children shouldn't inherit confusion, they should inherit clarity. My goal with this channel is simple. I want Florida families to have access to clear, practical estate planning information before they ever need it. If that's something you value, I'd love to have you as part of this community. And if you know someone who owns a home in Florida, please share this video with them. One conversation today could save a family years of stress tomorrow. So if you'd like more practical estate planning tips like this one, please subscribe. Every week I share information designed to help Florida families avoid costly legal mistakes and make informed decisions with confidence. Remember, your house may be your biggest asset. Don't let it become your family's biggest nightmare. Until next time, plan wisely, live confidently. I'm Attorney Otto, and I'll see you in the next video.